Hello everyone, you're welcome to the new episode of Formula 1 Silly News. In this episode you will see Max Verstappen already at the risk to get a new penalty. Tsunoda fires his manager because he is not in the Red Bull. Abnormal behavior of a fat bus during the testing in Bahrain. Barrichello and Schumacher sons to be reunited in VEC. Drago Malfoy to join Formula E to get some hype. Bahrain results. Williams surprised everyone. Press like here or here and subscribe button to know more about Formula 1 news. The craziest one, the most interesting ones, with your fan of Formula 1, Igor. Let's get it started. Max Verstappen is going to put one more record in Formula 1 history. He is going to be the best public worker in Formula 1. Max Verstappen is going to put one more record. He is going to be the best Formula 1 driver in the public works. Do you remember when stewards gave Max a penalty in Singapore, and not only penalty in money, they asked him to make a public works? Yes, looks like he is going to do the same. He is going to be the best in this shit. FIA has rules of misconduct. Misconduct means the use of language or gestures which can interfere with someone, which can be offensive or rude. And drivers will have a penalty for $10,000. How do you think? He will get a fee or he will get again public works? But unofficially, this is not a Grand Prix, and there was no stewards to see and put a penalty for him. For the rumors now, as FIA was not here, stewards couldn't take a note about him, so maybe Max will get dry out of this water. Next, Japanese Visa Cash Up driver Yuki Tsunoda was very angry on his managers because he is not in the Red Bull. So he fired his manager. Ekaba and Rivaras got fired due to Yuki Tsunoda's statement that due to them he didn't take a place in Red Bull. Instead of him, now in Red Bull, Leon Lawson, which had much less tests, much less experience in the racing of Visa Cash Up. How do you think? Is it fair for Yuki to do this shit? Another opinion is that Yuki just fired them due to one thing: they didn't watch Tokyo Drift. Next, how to bypass rules in the Formula 1. Do you remember in Baku previous year, McLaren had an open flap in DRS, which everyone was noticing? Video is here. So now everyone is making experiments with Mini-DRS. Mini-DRS is like not active flap. It is it's opening a little just due to its flexibility. How do you think? Is it fair to check flexibility of all the parts of the car? As everyone remembers, like you can win some challenges just due to good initiative. Do you remember Racing Point when they just copy-pasted the Mercedes car and how Checo Perez won this race from the last to first? Next. Very unexpected incident on a Bahrain pre-season tests. After 8 minutes, maybe 7 minutes 46 seconds, the fat bus just decided to roll over the track, which could impede the passage of the not so very popular drivers like Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda. Due to safety precautions, it was announced red flags and everyone just had to wait until this fat bus will stop or just go away. Another red flag was due to broken glass close to the drivers, and of course everyone had to stop again. The third red flag just was due to one marshal was still on the track, so drivers had again to come back to their boxes. Now you may think this is not so big problem that bus just entered the track. Yeah, drivers are good, drivers are experienced, and they can simply avoid it. But I will tell you one story about Jules Bianchi. This driver had a terrible incident. One car in the Japanese Grand Prix drive into the wall, and due to this there was a service car which was like hoisting this car and putting away, and during this moment Jules just lost his control of the car and went below this service truck, and he died after more than 9 months in the hospital. Even woman knows if there is additional car on the road, better not to drive on this road, you know. But as fast as this bus just got away and all the red flags were out, Antonelli and Fernando Alonso continued their tests. Carlos Sainz became a GPDA director. You know why? Because, you know, everyone has a crisis of 13. He understood that he is 30 and he would like to make some impact on FIA. Already in GPDA is George Russell, and together with him they are going to make some justice like a bad man. Next. World Constructors' Cup champions of 2024 pretending that they have difficulties with the car. Do you know the effect of sandbag? When teams, when they have a good car or they had a good car previous year, they just put some extra weight so other teams will not steal their inventions. So in my opinion, McLaren done the same, as they were winners of previous year. they for sure have a good car, and even they told that they didn't make such plenty changes to have their car slower, you know. Next, results of the Bahrain pre-season testing. Number 1 is George Russell, number 2 is Max Verstappen, number 3 is Alex Albon. Everyone now is wondering how fast will be Williams during this pre-season test, but I will show the picture. You will see that sometimes pre-season tests are not so showing the real results in real time. So let's wait everyone for Australian Grand Prix to see how Williams will behave. Drago Malfoy to join Formula E. Tom Felton will wave his wand on the Gen 3 Formula E. Well, motorsport fans. The same person who was bullying Harry Potter for decades will now bully other drivers on Formula E. His mentor, Sebastian Buemi, his goal, not to crash. His biggest challenge, convince everyone that Formula E is interesting. How do you think? How many celebrities they will ask to join Formula E to have at least some kind of hype? This news is most enough for you, it is for your parents. One more time, Barrichello and Schumacher will be in the same competition. Eduardo Barrichello and Mick Schumacher are together now in VEC Championship. How do you think? They will recreate the glory days, or it will be just another story of sons of the great drivers? What are your thoughts about pre-season testing? How do you think? Is Williams really the best in this season? Let's wait and see. For now, I will ask you to put comments about who is your best driver in pre-season, and put like and subscribe to see more news. Bye!